His expression remains entirely unreadable. Now, will you help yourself by helping me? Or do I need to do a little more persuasion? Although I know what I have to say, I still feel like I have to force the words out of me. I'll never help you, you bastard! He lets go of my chin before brutally wrenching my injured hand away from his chest, heedless of my broken bones. Haven't you done enough? I howl. He paused, meeting my gaze with a look as cold as stone. Evidently not. He presses the tip of his wand to the middle of my hand and mutters an incantation I can't hear. That's when my hand begins to burn. First it just tingles, almost like a little nettle sting. Then it swiftly develops, growing hotter and hotter, becoming a full-blown, merciless agony. It leaps all the way down to the nerves of my arm, electricity shocks of white heat. An iron is being placed on my bare skin, and I scream and scream, falling to my knees while he keeps hold of my hand, continually press his wand into it. I can feel my skin bubbling. I claw at his leg with my free hand, bawling at his feet. My God, oh my God, please! And then he draws his hand away from my skin and lets my hand go. I collapse my hands to my knees, letting my injured hand fall to the floor. I look at it, scrawled across the black stone, crooked, purpley red, broken twigs of fingers, and red and burnt flesh, swelling and blistering and bubbling before my eyes. My God. That sounded so stupid. It was a mall. Believe me, my lad, I have many more distasteful tricks up my sleeve, should you continue to defy me, he says, his voice perfectly controlled. I remain crouched on the floor, sobbing and breathing heavily in the attempt to control the pain in my hands. Just tell him. I won't! I look up at him, sobbing so hard that I feel dizzy with it. Piss off! I scream at him. He retaliates by stepping on my hand, my broken hand. I scream myself hoarse as he grinds his foot down onto my broken fingers and the burnt skin. Bastard! I tried to show you this, and so you tell me. Bleh. Fucked up. I have to do something alone. I grow tired of asking you this. This will be the last time. He has to yell to make himself heard over my wailing. Who are Harry Potter's friends? Why is he the only one with an English accent? He gets pew pew. Okay. What is a disclaimer? I just got that text message just so you know what's happening while it's happening. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Fuck WB. Oh, I didn't write Ian. Obsessmuch did. Yeah, she did that. I'm only sending it to you. I'm not putting it in Facebook. Back to the story and the burning hand and the fucked up torturing. Oh, I have my headset down and I'm propping my mic up. So if it sounds stupid, it starts on thing 5, and we'll see how that works. I like it a little bit more than the other thing, because the other thing is hard, and my ears don't like stuff on them. My burnt skin rips, and my broken bones grind under his boot. Pain, agony, misery, they're all engulfing me, robbing me of the ability to feel anything else. The pain is above and beyond my comprehension. It is no longer something I feel, but something I am. Just do it, Hermione. Nothing is worse than this. I have to. I can't go on. I can't let anyone. It has to be the end. I can stop it. Me! I began to whisper. And run! Where his best? Grind, crunch, scream of pain. I know that, girl! His voice is raised in impatience. I have told you that I do not need to hear about the care of you. And I tried to hiss that and it didn't work. Okay, I'm sorry. I want to know the names of Harry Potter's friends. His other friends. Those whom I do not know about. I can't tell him. I can't. Bruce pressing down harder. Oh, oh no. That is so stupid. That's bad writing right there. Neville Longbottom. I stumble on Luna Lovegood. Rubius Hagrid. Please, Ginny Weasley. I stop, horrified at what I've done. There's a twist. A ripping twist. Oh no. Anyone else? He asked, ignoring my scream of pain. Who else is there? Who else? Anyone else? Dean Thomas and Seamus Finnegan. He shares a room with them. Remus Lupin. Nymphadora Tonks. Fail. You can see where my mind is, clearly. Mad Eye. I can't think. No. Please don't. Please don't. Mr. and Mrs. Weasley. Fred and George Weasley. Fleur Delacour. Ernie McMillan. Justin Flinch Felchby. Colin Creevy. I stop, gulping heavily. I can't think of any more. Dry, Mudblood. Polished boot grinds broken fingers into stone. Please, I'm telling the truth. I can't think of any more. I swear. He lifts his boot off of my hand. I curl up into a ball, shaking in sheer agony, weeping to myself in pain and self-disgust. What have I done? I can't see him through my tears. God almighty if I'm not recording this. Okay. I was like, I just read hella pages. By the way, I'm already on page 41. Isn't that intense? This book has 321,420 fucking words. That is an extraordinary amount of words. I'm sure a lot of them are please and no, but still. And Mudblood. I wonder how many times this thing says Mudblood. Small tangent. Mudblood. 541 times. Hermione. Let's see how many times in comparison. Hermione. I one died. She says it 255 times. I don't think anyone else other than her and Ron say Hermione. Oh no, I've lost where I am. Colin Creevy. She only says Colin Creevy once. Haha, I'm so fucking clever. Okay, anyways. Where was I? What have I done? Okay, I can still see him through my tears. He walks over the levitated partridge and expects it. When he sees the color of the ink, he turns to me in the smallest of satisfied smiles. I can't look at him anymore. Not after what he's done to me. I close my eyes, blocking it all out. I want to sink further and further away, deeper into the darkness. You see? I hear his shoes click on the stone floor, approaching me and stopping next to my shuttered body. We can work together, if you only apply yourself. What can I say in reply? I've given in to what he wants. I've helped him. The thought is unbearable. There's a silence as he waits for my response. When he doesn't get one, he picks up my hand again. His touch sends a new spasm of pain through my arm. Oh no, leave it alone. I wail, looking up at him. I press my face to the floor, feeling the cold stone on my skull. He presses his wand to my hand. My entire body tingles, waiting for whatever he's about to do. But what comes isn't what I expect. A huge rush of warmth runs through my hand, right to the tips of my fingers, and there's no pain, just sweet relief. I lift my head up slowly, not quite sure whether to believe it. I look at my hand. It's healed. It must be healed. I can move my fingers again. And the burn has sealed up, leaving only a red, shiny scar in its place. The bruises around my fingers are still there, but the digits themselves don't hurt, and I can flex them in his grip. I gulp as the tears in my eyes dry up. He lets go of my hand, but I still look at it, mesmerized by how easily it has healed, and how quickly such pain can vanish. What do you think would be any different from the others? What made you think you will be any different from the others, Mudblood? His head snaps up at a slight change in his voice. His face looks strange. All of you, every person I've ever had to deal with, you have all believed that you could hold out against the pain that none of you ever can. How can you already? When I want something, I make sure that I can get it. But at what price? I ask, my throat sore due to my screams. How far can you go to get what you want until you start to hate yourself for it? His face is still unreadable. The end justifies the means. Not that I expect you to understand that. It's far too complex a concept for a young mind to comprehend. I'll tell you what I don't understand, I say, words leaving my mouth before I can think of the consequences they might have. Why do you have to torture people for the information you want? Why don't you just use Veritas serum on them? It would make things easier for you, surely. I stop myself before I can say any more. Don't pretend that you don't want him to use it. A free ticket out of the agony and guilt. He smiles a sick, twisted smile. It brings his face alive. It's so different from the calm control he has exercised so far today. Oh no, I don't think so. He crouches next to me and runs his wand slowly down my cheek. This method is so much more interesting, don't you think? I'm not going to deny it angers me when you don't do as you're told. Insolence is something that I just can't tolerate in anyone, let alone mudbloods. But there's something so satisfying about watching you eventually giving in to the inevitable, finally enacting some willing obedience. Anger hits me so hard that I feel sick with it. I feel it shoot up from my gut, burning me from the inside out, tearing me apart. Why are you doing this to me? I scream, pulling myself to my feet. He rises with me, not allowing me to stand above him even for a second. You told me that you could use any method necessary to get the information. I heard him. Why do you have to torture me for it? You don't have to. You could use the Imperious Curse on me, or you can use the Truth Serum. But you don't. You choose the option that will cause me the most suffering, even though it makes every much more difficult for you. Why do you want to hurt me? I haven't done anything to you. Why do you hate me so much? There's a long pause. My words buzz in the air around us. The smile has vanished from his face. You're mudblood, he answers it, eventually, almost simply. That is why I hate you.